What's up my dudes, it's Ansu and today I'm here to do my August TBR. So today I wanted to talk about all the books that I wanted to read in August, and there are quite a few, especially a couple of arcs that I want to get to because they're kind of getting dated and also because I just need to get to them. I'm going to talk about a couple of the books that I'm kind of in the middle of right now. Two of them are arcs. So the first one I want to get done this month is Star Daughter by Shweta Thakrar. So Star Daughter specifically is more focused on South Asian rep. I'm South Asian, so here we are. So this one is actually a YA debut. This is actually following around like Hindu mythology, and it has like a fantasy aspect through that. So we have a daughter of a star and immortal, and she's completely used to keeping secrets, and obviously because she's a half star, she has really silver hair. Not like the fake dyed ones, but this actually shines. She has always been pretending to be normal when she clearly is not. She's been dyeing her hair for like pretty much forever. Her mother had left when she was very young, and she has like basically very little memory of her. One day, because of an accidental flare of her power, she ends up giving her dad like a heart attack, and he's in the hospital right now trying to fight for his life. The only way to essentially save him is to give her dad the blood of a full star. Once she actually gets to like the celestial place, she figures out she has to be a champion for one of the competitions that they're having, and once she becomes a champion, only then will she actually get a little blood that could potentially save her dad's life. It is actually marketed for fans of Roshni Chokshi and Laini Taylor, and I can see why they were saying that. It's actually quite fun. I'm enjoying it, but the one thing I'm going to say is that it feels like it's dragging a little bit right now. Like, just the world building is just happening too slowly, / they're talking about the same thing for a very long time, and I'm just like, I get to the point now. So that's there, but other than that, I'm still enjoying the book so far, so I'll let you know what my thoughts are later, but I haven't obviously finished the book. Next book that I want to finish, which I'm currently in the middle of kind of, is Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. This one, I think I mentioned in one of my reading rush vlogs, stating that I was really enjoying this. So if you liked the Mortal Instruments, I feel like this is a much better version of it. We're following around 16-year-old Brie Matthews, who's going to university right now through like a high school program thing, and she's living in the aftermath of her mother dying through like a car accident. Once she gets to the university, she sees like a demon and she freaks out, and her memory is erased by a particular person who's like a magician, but she regains that memory and realizes that these things actually exist. She's trying to get to the point of what happened and like how he even exists in the first place, when there are small memories that are resurfacing in her brain, and she remembers something that happened to her mother, and she thinks that somebody actually erased her and her father's memories when her mother actually died. So there might be much more to why her mother died in the first place, and she wants to figure out what really happened. So she realizes there's this whole group of people called Legendborn. They're basically like shadow hunters. They hunt demons. So she recruits this guy Nick, who is a self-exiled Legendborn, and she forces him essentially to help her get into the Legendborn society so she can figure out what happened to her mother. This main character is also black, so there are like little situations that are happening where people are being racially discriminated towards her, and I think it's done pretty well, like in my opinion. But I've been enjoying it so far, so I'll definitely be continuing on with that. Next book I'm in the middle of, which I really need to get to, is Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor. This is the second book in Strange the Dreamer series. Duology, it's actually a duology. So I have read the first book like 2-3 years ago. I don't even remember at this point. I remember liking it. It was a good book, but it was not like my favorite or anything. But it was still a good book, enough for me to actually buy the second book basically at full price from Chapters, but I never got around to finishing it. So Darian has been talking about this extensively for a really long time, and I started reading it. I am enjoying it, but the issue is like I'm not getting into the audiobook, so I'm reading it physically, and my physical reading is being packed with Legendborn and Star Daughter right now, so I haven't been picking this one up particularly. I need to get to it. It's good so far, so I feel like I should continue on and finish this book this month. I really should. Please hold me accountable to this one. I really need to get to it. The next two books I'm going to be buddy reading with a few people here on Booktube. The first one I'm reading is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This is a reread for me. I have read it like 3 years ago, absolutely adored it the first time, so I'm hoping that I will actually like it this time around too. This is my second time trying to read this book, so I'm really excited about it. I feel like none of them have actually ever read this book, and I'm the only one who's rereading it. but I'm actually so excited about it. Six of Crows follows around this really high stakes heist that's going on between 6 people who are trying to do the impossible essentially, and they have situations that happen. It's so fun. I love it. It's really good. Yeah, I really like it as much as I did the first time around, so here's to that. The next book is also another reread for me, and I remember liking this book a lot. I think I gave it a 4 or 4.5 stars the first time that I read it, so I'm hoping that I can reread it and pick up the second and third book. So we're planning to read Furyborn by Claire Legrand this month, and the second book is going to happen in September, and then the third book, whenever it comes out, we're going to try and read it at that time as well. So everyone has already started reading it except me, so I'm very proud of myself right now. I think I'll start reading it tomorrow, that is Tuesday, but I got the audiobook, so I will get to it. I swear I will get to it. I have read this. I feel like I will enjoy it again. I know there's like assassins and stuff in here. I just forget what the whole plot line is, and I honestly don't want to remember before going into it. So I'm trying to like avoid reading the synopsis completely, but I want to get to this book this month. The next book I want to get to is The Astonishing Color of After by Emily XR Pan, and this one has been talked about widely for a very long time, and it follows around this girl who recently lost her mother, and she sees her mother coming back in a bird form. So she sees this bird coming by all the time, and she essentially knows that it is her mother. She's going to Taiwan. She has a half white, half Asian background, and she's going to Taiwan to see her grandparents. The grandparents don't speak a word of English, and she hardly understands the language, and she's trying to like live with her grandparents alone, and she's trying to come to terms with the fact that the same day that her mother died, she was actually with this guy she liked, and she kissed him on that specific day itself, and she's just like really messed up in her head because of this whole situation. Heard wonderful things about the book itself, and I started reading it a little bit. I haven't gotten much into it, but it's something that I really want to get to this month. Okay, those are the books that I definitely want to get to this month. Hopefully I get to all of them plus many more, but for right now, that's basically it for my TBR. That is it. If you're new here, don't forget to hit my face to subscribe. I have a few of my previous videos linked in the corner over there. Comment down below what books you're most excited about this month. I am totally hyped for Six of Crows. Hopefully I will actually love it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time with another one, and until then, I'll talk to you all in the comments. Bye!